These are my hopes and dreams for Reverse 1999. I wanted to have a conversation about the current status of the game. Kind of continuation of the last video I did, where I was talking about the things that I feel like that they should improve on and stuff like that. It was really good conversations that we were having in the comments, so I felt like it was time to do an updated version of that and continue on where we left off. One of the big things that I've noticed, and I really hope that it continues this way in forms of content that they've been giving us, is that I hope they don't in the future add in content that becomes homework or like an extra job and stuff like that. I was reading some comments from some people on Reddit that were unhappy with like the artificial stages and the UTTU and how the events and stuff played out, but I want to disagree with that, because I feel like the way that the artificial levels work, you can get through them fairly quick, and then you just get residual rewards for how far you've gone into that stages. So to me, it didn't feel like it was a job or like a chore to do this every week. Actually, it feels like a breath of fresh air, because my current concern is that I'm not spending enough time on the game. With how much I enjoy everything that Blue Pac has given us so far, I feel that they haven't given us a reason to stay on the game for more than like maybe 20 to 30 minutes at most. And that's really pushing it if you're using your resources and stuff to boost up characters, and then you're just spending through all your stamina to do your dailies and weeklies and stuff like that. I feel like it caps around like maybe 20-30 minutes a day. And then when a new event comes out, we're spending a good let's say hour, 2 hours knocking everything out for the first time, and then we're back to this daily grind. So a lot of people had a concern that if they continue to add new content, that it would become more of a chore. And I disagree. I think companies like this that have a depth of storytelling and that have a really good team when it comes to like character creation and background lore and everything like that for their story has a great opportunity to really push on individual character stories. So I know we're getting a couple of these in the future. I don't remember which ones off the top of my head, but I know we're getting like 2 or 3 of them in the future in the next patch. And I think if they continue to do this, even as like an off patch kind of update, like every week we could get like a small, let's say 30-minute to like an hour little story interval with like 5 or 6 stages that we can go through. And even if they like repeat the same physical enemies and assets and stuff that they have in the game already, as long as they're able to give us some more lore or story, because I believe the main audience, the main niche of audience and everything that revolves around Reverse 1999 right now is going to be people who are more looking for depth in lore and the exciting stories that they've given us so far with like character development and everything. I truly don't think someone is sticking around for Reverse 1999 right now because of gameplay. As much as I love this game and I praise this game and everything, I mean, it does have a very like just simple kind of gameplay style to where we're doing the same thing no matter what event we have. Yeah, there's little puzzles where we move around like a little chessboard and stuff, but the actual overall gameplay itself is very simple. Like there's no difference to it when you log in, because a lot of times we're using the same teams for so long, and then we just update to the new team and we don't even use most of the old teams that we would have created later. Plus there's an issue with resources and stuff like that, so a lot of things just jumbled up together when it comes to that. Even if they pushed it to where we would spend like 30 to 40 minutes, you know, every 3-4 hours a day, so giving us maybe 2 hours of complete gameplay throughout a 24-hour period, I think that would be a big improvement. And like I said, I think the way that they can do this is just give us more depth and lore. I think that would attract the same people that are here already to put more time into it. Now, how do we fix getting new players on board? That is going to be an issue whenever it comes to just overall content, the type of content that we get in the game. I'm going to be honest. A lot of people are hyped for this roguelike that's coming out, but to me, I feel like it's a cop-out, and it is a lazy way to allow us to experience more than the teams that we have built up already, like the balance mode and the roguelike. Yeah, it's great. We have extra stuff to do, more rewards we're going to be getting in and stuff like that, but I feel like the opportunity to do something new and unique was just lost. I really hope that in the future that we don't keep following the same pattern of just putting things into the game that have already been done in terms of like gameplay and game style. Like Reverse 1999 is already a very unique story with a unique cast of characters. So the opportunities that BluePock has as a team to continue this game for long term is using this uniqueness and expanding on it in a different way. I don't know what that answer is, but I feel like it's not just repetitiveness of roguelikes or we get new content and they put in the UTTU every time and we just change the boss, or we put in a new character yet we're still kind of just the way that we play is the same. I will, however, say this. The last UTTU, the one with Jessica, I enjoyed it a lot more than I've enjoyed most of the other ones, because it felt like you had to play your team in a different way. This current one, I enjoy it, but it feels kind of lackluster when it comes to the same character stylization and stuff like that. I'm going to get off that topic for right now, and I do want to move on to two more things, and I didn't want to make this a long video. So the next one I want to talk on is the depth of like older content. Whenever it comes to like newer players that are just starting the game fresh and they don't have access to event 1.1, they don't have access to event 1.2, so on and so forth. That kind of sucks, because we got a lot of cool storytelling and stuff like that during those events. I think it would be really cool is if they could add those events in. Maybe they change up how the rewards work, or maybe there's not a shop for each of those events and stuff like that, but at least they get to play through the story. That's one thing that I feel that is just, it's kind of like a miss, because they just don't have that. I really think that they need to implement that into the game. If they have already on the CN server, great. I'm hoping that they add it on global soon, because I would like for newer players that come in, because I've recommended some friends and stuff, hey man, jump on Reverse 99, you'll love it. And then I'm like, damn, they're not going to get to experience any of these events. What really like piqued my interest into the game was the events. The overall story, I love it, but we have so little of it right now. The story, I think I cleared in like 3 or 4 days. Obviously, I was doing it to be able to make content on it, so other people have different experiences. But as a hardcore gamer myself, most games when I get them, I want to get at least a good week's worth of like investment into a story. And yes, of course, now we will have that with all the events and everything combined. But that being said, new players won't be able to experience that, and that's sad. It sucks, because a lot of the characters that we met in these lore and just the little fun cute little silly little events that we've been able to do, especially the Jessica one in the mental asylum, that shit is hilarious. They won't be able to experience. If I'm wrong on that, please correct me. I would like to know, but I haven't seen anything in the game that tells me otherwise. The last thing I wanted to talk about was the battle, like the battling system. Whenever I get on to just repeat a stage that I've already beaten, it feels kind of silly that I have to re-watch a replay of something that I've already done. Please just add a skip button for that, or do something different. It was cool you added auto battle. The AI for auto battle is abysmal. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't beat anything unless your teams are just overpowered. But yeah, we need to work on some of the basic mechanics of the game when it comes to like quality of life that we've missed so far. I think that they would bring, maybe not bring new people because of this, but it'll keep people in the game longer. Because when I get on, I have the luxury of setting my phone down and doing this while I'm at work, or, you know, when I'm at home watching a movie and stuff like that. But some people don't, they don't have that time or patience. Maybe, of course, everyone has time, they can make it, but they don't have the patience to set that down because maybe they have another game they want to get to, and the time that they have after school or after work and everything is very valuable to them. Reverse 1999 actually does a very good job of respecting our time as the amount that we need to put in, but I think it's respecting it too much. So if they could marry those two ideas together and allow for the daily tasking and grind to be a little bit more interactive rather than just going through things that we've already beaten, I think that's where we get our medium point for the starting of just gradually getting into something that evolves into something that can become a main game. Right now, I love Reverse 99. I can't stress it enough, but it doesn't feel like it's the material to be a main game in someone's rotation of gacha games. And most people who play gachas, they play more than one because it's just a void filler for whatever reason, and they love the characters, they love the lore, stuff like that. But anyways, guys, let me know what y'all think down in the comments. If I touched on anything that you guys were thinking about as well, and y'all would like to elaborate on your thoughts and have a conversation with me, please do. I enjoy that. Also, I opened up a Discord channel. You can find it in the bio of the YouTube. I should be in there. I'll go ahead and post it in the description of this video as well. So if y'all like to join there and continue the conversation outside of the comments as well, please feel free. Anyways, if y'all enjoyed this content, or if y'all gained any value from it, or just sparked an interesting idea, please hit that subscribe button. It does mean so much to me. We hit over 500 followers today, or subscribers today, and I am so excited to continue this journey and keep on building this community with you and exploring these new gacha games once they come out. Anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for the time, and I'll see y'all in the next one.